so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The following broadcast is an official production of the Faulkner Sports Network.
Okay,
All right.
he's along, eh?
There we go.
Yeah,
Backwards
what a
goal.
goal.
Nice. Kicks it out, gets demoed right there, but
Wow.
still makes the shot. I'm aboard the lane train. Let's go.
The lane train.
The lane train.
Ooh.
Virginia going hard for the goal.
Ooh, really good save.
Excellent save. Watch this. Here
Perfect
he goes.
maneuver.
He just kind of flips over and then gets the demo and knocks in the goal.
Oh, just
Lane with the demo.
destroy him.
Lane actually makes the shot here. And then Cameron is just like running interference, takes him out, and then just sort of escorts the ball into the goal. All right, so Faulkner off to a hot start here against the Simpson Storm.
Wow.
Very pretty goal right there.
Oh, beautiful. Cameron going straight
Go it,
for
Cameron.
the goal.
Sploosh!
We have a Brazil here, folks.
That's it.
There it is.
Faulkner is the champion of this region.
Wow.
Excellent. Welcome into Regitar USA High-Res Arena. Thank you so much for being with us here this evening for our coverage of Rocket League. Tonight we're going to have a doubleheader, so we're in for the long haul this evening. What we'll probably do is separate it in two different broadcasts. So up first, we got McMaster, and then immediately afterward, we will be bringing you coverage of Kennesaw State. So lots of Rocket League, lots of action tonight, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm your host, Caleb Colquitt.
And I'm Seth Dawson.
And we're here and going to be bringing you all of the action. Every pulse-pounding second of it is going to be broadcast from right here inside Regitar USA High-Res Arena. So, McMaster, the Marauders are going to be going up against the Eagles tonight. But before we get into our coverage of that, let's go ahead and introduce the team.
The captain, Superdish, Brendan Dishmon. Corn Pop, Cole Armstrong.
All right, and that's actually the only ones we have for right now because Ian still has not gotten his done, but he'll be getting his done hopefully next week. But yeah, there's Ian, as you can see right there. He's also going to be playing tonight. That is Ziinc. So Ian Wright's going to be playing, and of course, Corn Pop that we've got over there. Now, I have heard that we actually have a blast from the past. We've got a player coming off the bench tonight. We're going to be having Luke Hampton, 0, playing again. You may recognize him from last semester. Now, he's not here in the arena, so that's him in the right-hand chair there. He's just wearing the cloak of invisibility. But no. And then, of course, we got the captain, Brandon Dishmon, over there on the left, so you can tell he's getting ready to go ahead and get this one done as well. And we're looking forward to that. So before we do get into our coverage of the game tonight, we do have something else we want to mention, and that is, of course, one of our fantastic sponsors, Shane's Rib Shack.
Of course.
You know, they're actually having a special tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this in the Discord because I know I invited everybody. You're, of course, welcome to come too, Seth. We're all going over to Shane's Rib Shack tomorrow because they are having a throwback combo in honor of their, I believe it's their 30th year in business, and they're going to have the same combo they had 30 years ago. So you can go tomorrow over on Atlanta Highway, which is right next to the UPS store and across the street from the Publix over there. It's like 2 minutes from campus, and they're having a $5 combo. For that, you get a drink, a chopped barbecue sandwich, and also a side. So, I mean, that's pretty good eating for $5.
I was about to say, sounds good. I think I'll come and join you on that if I can.
Awesome. We'll be glad to have you. I'm looking forward to it myself.
Me too, now.
Because I've actually never had this particular sandwich from Shane's. I've had lots of stuff on the menu, but I've never had that. But, you know, they got the barbecue sandwiches, so be sure to check that out tomorrow. But really, they have something for everybody. Of course, they're famous for their ribs. I mean, makes sense, right in their name. But they've also got, like we said, the barbecue sandwiches, the plates. They have different burgers. They have the loaded baked potatoes. They have wings, wraps, like basically all of the good food is over there. So any of that you want to do that, check that out. And be sure to download the Shane's app to take advantage of that deal. And keep in mind that when you do that, you also get a free barbecue sandwich for the first time you sign up. So you could go get your $5 barbecue sandwich combo tomorrow and then download the Shane's app and then also get another barbecue sandwich for free just for downloading the app. So be sure to check that out. So that is Shane's Rib Shack, of course. So looks like they're in the lobby right now and they're just waiting for McMaster to go ahead and get queued up. So we'll be able to see some Rocket League here in just a second. And it's really fun to see Luke come back. Of course, for those of you that have been longtime watchers of our feeds, Luke Hampton, Zero, is one of the players that was instrumental in our gameplay last year. Really good player, and he is going to be filling in tonight. Corn Pop is actually here waiting just in case. But we do have him, and so he's going to be playing hopefully tonight. We'll see if that's the case, but either way, we'll be bringing you all of that action. Corn Pop may sub in for a round or two. Kayla is actually not able to be with us tonight, so it's just Corn Pop and Zero, and then of course the Lieutenant Ziinc, and then our captain Superdish. And another thing that while we're waiting on the lobby to go ahead and get underway here, because they are just kind of getting everything set up. One other thing I wanted to mention, which I thought was really cool, is this happened this week. Esports is going to Infocom again.
Yes, I am super looking forward to that. If I get the opportunity to go, I'm jumping onto that bandwagon as quick as I can.
Well, I don't know exactly what all of that is going to look like, but right now we just got some preliminary stuff, and I don't want to bore the audience with the details because, I mean, it matters a lot to y'all, but they're probably not going. But what it does mean for the audience is that in the middle of June, when we normally don't have a whole lot of Rocket League games, you're actually going to get to see us scrimmage against, I believe they're inviting 6 teams this year. You remember last time they only had 2? It was just us in Talladega. So you're actually going to get to see some Faulkner Rocket League in the middle of the summer. That's going to be June 12th through the 15th. So be sure to check that out if you're here to watch some Rocket League, which I assume, I mean, if you're here, you probably are. Why else would you be watching? If you're interested in that, we have a game coming up, Infocom for that as well.
Speaking of games, we're off to the races on our first one.
Yep. Faulkner playing as the orange team this time, which is a little unusual. Yeah, so normally Faulkner gets to play as blue, especially when they're playing another team that has red or orangish color as their primary. But I guess McMaster opted to go blue this time. So, and already McMaster has scored a goal on Faulkner. Unfortunate for them, only 12 seconds into the game, and now having to play from behind.
Although it looks like...
Man, that was a gorgeous air dribble. Do you see that upside down?
Yeah. I'm about to say, it looks like Faulkner is not wanting to let this stay down a bit.
Oh, man. Got lined up for a shot, but an epic save by 2 different players on the McMaster team.
But I'd say they're trying to push us, but at the same time, it looks like we are dead set on trying to get this ball to the other side, although we have to give it a good block here. Ziinc right there, ready for the block.
Yeah, excellent still by him, and they're going to try for one here, and they do get it. That was a really good setup. So you'll notice what happens here is you get Vector, who just kicks it up there, and then when the ball bounces back, because you had one defender going for it the first time, and it looks like we actually don't have Luke here. It looks like we've got Superdish, Corn Pop, and Ian, so Luke is actually not in the play right now. I'm not sure if that's because he had something else and had to change his mind or what, but right now it is the three normal starters playing tonight.
Ooh.
Man, they're making a lot of shots on goal.
I was about to say, they're keeping the pressure on, trying to just constantly keep it at our side. Other than our brief stint in the last round, it looks like we're trying to make a play, get it back to the other side. But they're ready and waiting there with Boom in the back.
Yeah, I believe. Oh man, what a save by Ziinc.
Save.
I believe dang old Boom is a reference to King of the Hill. Boomhauer, a character on that show, is constantly saying dang old, so I'm pretty sure that's what that's a reference to.
Gotcha. Really good setup again, by the way, for the blue team.
So you'll watch this. He actually does get a save, but he has a teammate behind him that's able to seal the deal. So you'll see Superdish is actually able to get contact with the ball, but he's able to force it in regardless.
Mm-hmm. Kind of ended up being a 2v1 where the side with two players ends up winning.
Yeah, that is normally how that happens. Not always, but most of the time. And they're going hard for the goal again here. Superdish now getting control of the ball, trying to force it over to the other side. And now Ziinc going to go for a goal.
So close.
See, they actually tried the exact same maneuver that just worked against them, but unfortunately, Superdish showed up a little late.
Oh, so close.
Man, Corn Pop shot on the goal. Looked really nice there, but unfortunately, it was well defended.
Good defense from Ziinc right here. Just able to stay right in front of the ball and not letting it get to our goal.
By the way, I know that obviously it didn't score, so it's less flashy, but props to Corn Pop. He was actually double teamed there and still came out of control, came out of that scrum with the ball in his control. So props to him for ball handling there. All right, Ziinc going to take it out of contention and move it over to the enemy side of the field. Boom going to push it towards goal. But Superdish with the save.
A lot of just aerial play this game from both sides, just keeping it bouncing right back and forth on both sides.
Yeah, that has been the case. It seems like there are a lot of aerials going on here.
Ziinc with a shot on goal, but Boom right there in the way, but
oh wait,
it gets brought back.
We got to
up.
clear. Oh man, missed our opportunity there.
Barely just outside hitting the goal post essentially.
Yeah, it just hit the corner there, and if if Ian had gotten just a little bit more room or had been in a little bit different position, that would have been an easy goal.
Just wasn't quite set up to be able to help the ball get in the right angle there.
Right. And he could have, in theory, moved back and moved into a more favorable position. But if he had done that, by the time he had set himself up, then you would have had defenders all over that. So it's one of those difficult things. It's easy to Monday morning quarterback, but it's actually really difficult to pull that off in that short amount of time when you actually think about it.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things you have to make a split decision, but trying to base your decision on, well, how fast can I set up properly versus how quickly can the opponent set up properly to deal with it.
So both Ziinc and Corn Pop getting saves there, but unfortunately McMaster is able to position themselves, because you see Corn Pop gets a good block there, but Vector comes in and Superdish just not able. He was on front post, not back post, and that was his, the problem there. He just couldn't maneuver himself backwards in an effective way to block that ball.
I will say our team has done a pretty good job of stopping the first and second shots on goal, but unfortunately the opposing team's been doing a really good job of just keeping the pressure on and going for a third most of the time that gets past all our defenders.
Yeah, it seems like what they're doing right now is that their rotation shrinks when they know that they're getting close to a goal. And so what they'll do is they'll have their last man out come in and be that third presence that they need to confirm, the shots that they're getting when they are bounced back or defended.
Yeah.
It's a very effective strategy.
Yeah, although it did leave them open a few times, as we noticed that we just barely weren't
Able to capitalize
on.
Yeah.
So if we can clean it up a little bit and capitalize on those opportunities they're giving us just a little bit better, we could have come out. We would have been a significantly closer game, if not potentially even there.
Yeah, and that is unfortunate that that's the way that shook out. But now you're going to have a Faulkner with a deficit, McMaster at 1 and Faulkner at 0. So Faulkner definitely not in a position to where they're in real trouble here, but they're going to have to come out and make a strong showing here because you don't want that thing to snowball.
Definitely. Just gotta keep our mental in a good place. We had several opportunities to make a goal. We just gotta recognize them a little bit faster and clean up our angles a little bit more, and that's about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So much of this game is not reacting to where the ball is, but reacting to where the ball is going to be.
Exactly.
And so that's something that we do need to work on a little bit there, and that was evidenced by that. But, props to it wasn't that we weren't making shots. Like, if you were to look at the game stats, we actually made several shots. They just kept getting defended, whereas when we would defend shots, they were able to make that happen. So that was the difference.
And there were a few where we got some good shots, but we just barely hit the goal post.
Yes, that happened a few times as well. Oh, I just now noticed that Ziinc's car has the Air Jordan logo on the top of it. Someone needs to send us some money for that. Man, Furious is someone who's been kind of quiet this game. We haven't seen him score as many goals, but man, he is a good setup dude. You can see him. He set up several goals that they scored.
He has his role on the team, and he is filling it perfectly.
Yeah, like you're seeing it right there. He's not actually trying to get the ball in the goal. He's just trying to get the ball near the goal to set up for his buddies, and he's done a very effective job at that. All right, but now I'm actually going for a shot, so the commentator's curse strikes again. Now Vector going to try for one, but Superdish takes possession away, trying to move that ball over into blue territory. That's where we want to see it. And Superdish fighting for control here. Oh, wow. A missed touch by Zero, and that's going to be an easy goal. Also, I would be very upset with my teammate there. Watch, he totally steals his goal here. Vector's like, you know what? I want credit for that goal. And just taps it. Yeah, but Faulkner, unfortunately, it wasn't that they didn't have a defender. It's that their defender actually missed the ball, and because of that, there was nobody left.
The downside of this game is oftentimes to do certain maneuvers and moves, you really have to commit. There's no real half measures to this, so...
No, there's... just like so many other sports, Rocket League is a series of trade-offs. And you have to go big to score big, but that also means you put yourself at risk. And if the other team's able to do so, that can really spell disaster for you. But, here we are with 3 minutes left, and we're only down by 1 goal. This is a massive improvement over the last game, where we were already down by 3 at this point, I believe, in the last game. So Faulkner is learning their game plan. They need to figure out a way to turn that into goals.
Exactly. Definite improvement. Already cleaning up our play. Now we just got to. We're clearly doing significantly better job of defending. Now we just gotta do the other half and score a goal.
Yep.
Which Zero.
Oh, look at that air dribble! Oh, absolutely gorgeous. It's a shame he wasn't able to finish it, but man.
By the way, was that Zero I just saw?
Yeah, that was Zero.
Okay, that is
Zero's in the game now. I think they've switched him out for Corn Pop because I've already seen Ziinc. By the way, great. Speaking of him, great save by Ziinc. So yeah, it's Ziinc Zero. It's Zero, Ziinc, and Superdish. Superdish is a rebel. He just doesn't want to have a name that starts with Z. Whoa! And look at that goal. Ziinc comes out of nowhere, making sure that you get your daily dose of Ziinc.
Good.
Gorgeous.
Very, very good goal there. Good setup from our team and good follow through. Exactly what I was talking about before, where we had several opportunities, but we didn't quite have the follow through to get them in. Going and fixing that this game, and already trying to make a shot on their goal. The opposing team now looking to try opposing a lot more defensively than they did last time. Although that being said, as the moment I say that, Vector immediately finds an angle and puts it right in.
Yeah, and to his credit, Superdish wasn't late by much, but in this game, almost doesn't count.
Yeah. Close only really matters in horseshoes and hand grenades, I believe.
Or if you're playing Snake, either one. Little Smash Bros humor for those of you who also play that.
It took me a second.
Hey!
Ooh.
That's not what you want to see.
I forgot we weren't blue for a second. I almost cheered. I was like, oh, wait, hold on.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Ziinc was not in a good position. I don't know if he had already gone for the ball. I didn't see that on the replay. That goal was so far out, I didn't see where he had positioned himself.
Yeah, hopefully we can see on this playback. Oh, wait, this isn't the playback. This is the...
Yeah, this is we're back into live action now.
Okay, I was not...
Hey, there you go. And Faulkner answers.
That was a combined effort between Zero and Zincardo as Superdish.
No, that was the power of friendship right there. That was all three of them.
Yeah. I was just meaning Superdish coming in and nudging Zero into the ball.
Yep. It was a risky play with all of them right there, but they made it.
Hey, I like to look at it this way. Who needs to worry about defense if it goes into the opposing goal? Is that the best way to look at playing this game? Nah,
probably not. But
probably not. But, you know, it's a fun way to look at the game. You get some good clips that way.
You do get good clips that way.
Or you
sometimes for the other team, but
I'd say sometimes not for yourself.
All right, so Zero doing a good job of defending there. You saw that they tried that double setup that they had been very effective.
Friendly fire there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ziinc accidentally stealing it away from Zero.
Oh, Zero makes a shot here. Is he going to make it?
Superdish trying to follow it up. Unfortunately, defenders there, no setup really available. Now, that being said, Zinc's trying to set up, but gets stolen away by the opposing team. I believe it was Furious, but I may be wrong.
Here we go. Good save.
All right.
Well, I don't know if it was actually a save, but good defensive move.
Zero trying to get a setup in. Ziinc now going in for the setup.
Wait, here we go.
Oh, Vector.
No, Vector beats him out, man.
Vector perfectly aligning his jump there, just exactly in line. It looks like blue team is going to be looking to try and put this ball straight down to the ground as quickly as they can.
Heck of a save by Zero. Oh, no, and it hits the ground. You could tell that they were going for it there, but yeah, that means Faulkner now behind 2-0. But man, what a difference.
Yes, incredibly different game there. Faulkner really cleaning up the game plan and bringing it all together to give us a better game too.
Yeah, much higher quality of play in that second game, and you can tell Faulkner adapted very well.
Very much.
And had it not been for that, had it not been for the time running out on them, very well could have scored a goal there. But, I mean, that's part of the game. And so they're adapting as fast as they can, and it's been impressive that they've been able to change as much as they have. But they weren't able to do it quite as fast. Faulkner goes down by 1 goal in that last game, so that means now Faulkner is down to 2-0. So we are out of the time where we can make mistakes. Everything from this point out has to be a win in order for Faulkner to stay alive in this matchup against the Marauders.
Yeah, we went from 4-0 to 3-2. Let's see if we can make it a 2-3 this game.
Yep. Nice air dribble by Vector there.
I had to double check again to make sure which team was which. I keep thinking we're blue.
Right. Well, I mean, your instinct is to assume that blue is Faulkner. I get it.
You'd think I'd figure it out pretty quickly, but no, my instincts are so strong that, like, yes, we're Faulkner, we're blue. I keep forgetting.
Good save by Ziinc. You know, it is funny though, because it's not uncommon for us not to be blue when the other team is blue or like their colors are purple or something like that. But usually if the other team is red, like McMaster is, they opt to do orange because that's closer to their team color. But for whatever reason, I guess they were just filling blue. Dabba dee dabba da.
Being fair, I do like the look of the blue cars more. Ziinc coming in.
Yeah, Superdish drawing first blood.
Oh, yeah, Superdish, my bad. Superdish actually getting a little bit of help from Boom here. If we see pushing it right in the way for Boom to kind of put it into his own goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that ball would have gone in had Boom not been there, but he certainly helped it along.
I was about, I think Superdish probably could have managed it, but Superdish also just having the awareness to be.
Oh, look at Ziinc coming off of the top rope on him. Yeah, so you can tell McMaster now having to play super aggressive. This is the first time that Faulkner has led in a game, and so that has changed the dynamics. But as soon as I say that, Vector is able to tie it up 1-0.
Superdish trying to get the defense there, but just barely being in the wrong place. I don't think he quite had the Vector.
To be fair, so
in the Vector at a weird angle.
Based on his angle, if I had to guess, if Dish had ball cam on, which I assumed that he would. If Dish had ball cam on, I'm guessing what happened is Vector was behind him, and so he couldn't tell what angle he was going to shoot at. And that's a difficult position to be in.
Yeah, and being fair, I think Vector had the...
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's not us. Okay.
No, Boom...
Difficulties.
Yeah, so Boom is able to set up, and then Furious able to seal the deal. Dish made a good call there, but unfortunately unable to connect with the ball in the manner that he wanted to, and now Faulkner is behind 2-1.
But we've definitely seen that. Oh,
oh no!
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, that one was. The other goals, 100% they earned. That one was just kind of goofy. Like
it's one of those moments where it's like
I don't think he was even trying to shoot a goal there.
No, it was a kind of happenstance. But hey, happenstance happens.
Yeah, that is correct. That's why they call it happenstance.
Words are.
Oh, look at Zero with the setup, but Superdish unfortunately overshoots.
Although that being said, Ziinc trying to get another shot on the goal there. The opposing team being very defensive right now, doing just a good job of defending. Try and take it for a little bit of a dribble.
So what they're doing now is you can tell they're doing techniques that are slowing the pace of play, because now that they're 2 goals ahead, they'd rather just eat clock, which, I mean, strategically is the right thing to do.
I mean, very, very smart here. In a game that lasts only 5 minutes, getting 2 points ahead is a really strong lead, and being able to just run out the timer is one of your best options, especially when we've been getting better and better at defending against it. That 2-point lead really matters.
Yeah, after that weird goal in that was their most recent one to put them ahead by 2, you can tell that McMaster could kind of like exit panic mode. And by the way, a good couple of defensive moves there, especially by Zero and Superdish. Ziinc now trying to push forward the goal. Unfortunately, Vector putting some pressure on his backside, which keeps him from being able to make it.
Vector doing a really good job of just preventing setup. I will say that has been...
Oh, and demo by Dish. I think that demo actually hurt us because he respawned a lot closer to his own goal. We needed it in the moment, but it didn't pay
gave
off
us the
long
ball,
time.
but also set them up to defend properly. So, you win some and you lose some in every situation.
Yeah, a bit of a trade-off there for us.
Ooh. I will say...
Oh, dang old Boom going hard for the goal now. And it looks like Zero, thankfully, is going to be able to push it away. But only about a minute left here, and Faulkner down by 2. They have got to do something with this.
I'd say this is a really, really tough situation to be in.
Yes. Dang, we're in a tight spot. I'm glad you got that reference.
It took me a second.
Anyway.
Let's see.
Oh, look.
Ooh, no.
I was trying to say look out. I know they can't hear me. But it's the coach in me.
It's like, oh no, look out. It's one of those moments where the warning comes a little late.
Yeah, and that's actually what happened there too. Superdish saw that there was nobody defending the bottom of goal. You had Ziinc on the top, but he can't just like drop down. Like that's not how gravity works in this game. So Dish saw that somebody needed to be there to defend goal, but by the time he got there, it was already too late. So now this game looking much more like the first game than the second.
Yeah, really unfortunate. The team kind of losing some of its
Momentum.
losing some of its momentum there, and also just McMaster really adjusting and playing significantly more defensively this last game, keeping someone in the back. Really unfortunate.
Well, Ian really did try to make hay out of that. But you could see that he caught the ball in a way he didn't mean to, and instead of that, it more bounced off of him than it did him get possession of it. But, I mean, to be honest, though, it wouldn't have made a difference because they were down by 3 and only had like 3 seconds left when that happened. So the truth is, it really wouldn't have made a difference.
Probably not, but, you know, the 2-4 versus 4-1, 4-2 versus 4-1 just feels a little better.
Yeah, it does.
Anyhow, but...
Well, I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and we'll take a quick break here, and then it looks like, because it's only 6:30, we actually have time for a post-game interview. So we'll just do a quick post-game interview. It'll be slightly abridged, and then we will get you out of here and get ourselves ready for game number 2, which will happen against Kennesaw State. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break here and be back with that post-game show.
Preparing leaders for the River region and beyond, Faulkner University's Harris College of Business is distinctively different, focusing on ethics and character development in the classroom and building ethical foundations with our new Ethics Institute. Living the mission of Faulkner University to glorify God through education of the whole person, emphasizing integrity of character in a caring Christian environment where every individual matters every day.
As a student at the Harris College of Business, I saw firsthand the mission of Faulkner University. My professors there not only taught me, but they also mentored me. They encouraged me. They cared for me. They instilled character and integrity into me. I mattered every day. That mission hasn't changed. Harris College of Business continues to provide its students with the tools they need to succeed in today's business world.
My name is Mike Harridge, and I teach computer science at Faulkner. Computer science at Faulkner is dramatically changing right now. It's an exciting time to be here. We're adding new students, which is exciting for all of us, but we're also growing in the content in which we deliver. We're adding new courses, we're adding new curriculums. It's a time that things seem to be really exciting and things seem to be really changing rapidly inside of our field. Computer science will always be a rapidly evolving field. Everything from artificial intelligence to cybersecurity will always drive us to excellence. But here at Faulkner, we embrace that change as opposed to ignore it. Many of our students find their niche in the computer science world by coming here, and that's what we hope to really drive the love of computer science into our students here. I'm telling you, of any place you want to be to learn computer science, Faulkner is the place to be right now.
Since he's got the cloak of invisibility, we're going to be interviewing Luke Hampton here, Zero. No, I'm kidding. So we actually don't have an interview. I was talking to the guys in there, and because they do have, remember, this is a doubleheader, because they do have somebody else coming in, they said that they feel like doing an interview would kind of take them out of it, and so they're just wanting to stay warm. They're going to play some games in the meantime to get ready for their game. So totally respect that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and forego the post-game show interview, but I am going to go ahead and give you an update on what we have coming up this week, which we normally do in the post-game show as well. So just to let you know, we do have another game. Our next broadcast is going to be coming up in about 28 minutes. That's going to be Rocket League versus Kennesaw State. So Faulkner going to try to recover from this loss and then come back on that and try to win one against the Owls. So hopefully they're able to do that. And of course, we'll be bringing you all of that coverage here at 7 p.m. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Now, coming up for the rest of the week, our next broadcast after the one that we're going to do at 7 p.m. is going to be tomorrow, and that's going to be Smash Bros. Blue versus George Washington University. So it's going to be Eagles versus Colonials, and that's going to be March 5th at 6 p.m. And then we have another game that same day, so we're going to have another doubleheader, but it's going to be different games tomorrow, so it's not really a doubleheader. We're going to have an Overwatch game versus the University of Ottawa GGs. So we're going to be playing them tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. after that Smash Bros. Game. And don't forget to not only join us back here in just a few minutes for the Kennesaw game, but we also have another Rocket League game coming up next Monday, March the 11th at 6 p.m., and that's going to be against the Spartans. We're going to be playing Dakota State University. So that is all we have for tonight's broadcast. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to the broadcast crew to go ahead and get it set up for game number 2 of this doubleheader. So we'll be taking a brief break off of the internet, but we'll be right back here at 7 p.m. Special thanks to my producer, Liz Anderson, who did a great job making sure everything ran smoothly and we look good on camera. I mean, as good as we can be, it's still us. But she does a great job with that as well. And then, of course, my color commentator, Seth Dawson, who, as always, brings some quirky fun to the gameplay coverage as well. Of course, I'm your head coach, Caleb Colquitt. Thank you so much for being with us here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back at 7 p.m. for Game 2 of this doubleheader. In the meantime, stay the course, friends.
The preceding broadcast was an official presentation of Faulkner University. It may not be redistributed without the express written consent of the Faulkner University Athletic Department. Regitar USA Hi-Res Arena is sponsored by Regitar USA. The national anthem was performed by the Faulkner University Chorus. If you would like to learn more about the Faulkner Esports program, visit our official website at faulknereagles.com or follow us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram for all the latest news and events. Thank you for watching, and soar Eagles!